What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MattVidPro AI YouTube channel. Today's video is mainly focusing on AI video updates for both Sora 2 and Google's VEO 3.1, but I want to open up with this. This post by Can on Twitter was made almost 7 days ago, and it shows off the power of the newer Gemini 3 checkpoints, and I've got more examples from Gemini 3 to show you. Gemini 3 is not public yet, and Google hasn't officially launched it, but certain users and A and B testing in Google Apps have revealed that it's definitely on the horizon. The prompt here is very simple: SVG image of an Xbox 360 controller. Basically, the AI model has to write some code that produces an image of an Xbox 360 controller. We're talking some really good models. Sonnet 4.5 Thinking, GPT-5 High. They create what obviously looks to be controllers. Sonnet 4.5 Thinkings looks very reasonable. GPT-5's a little alien, but Gemini 3, oh man, leagues better than both of these top current contenders. And like I said, this is an old tweet. For those that have been able to access Gemini 3, a new trend has emerged where they essentially just have it try to recreate operating systems. This one comes from Chetaslua. Here is Mac OS X made with Gemini 3. It's a pretty accurate desktop. It has a working Finder with a working text editor, a working Safari browser that pulls up the Mac OS Wikipedia page. Even the windows can scale correctly and move around. The sketchpad also works. This is pretty darn bonkers. Here is another one for Windows too, also by Chetaslua. Notepad seems to work fine, has a built-in Cyber Snake game, a working terminal, again, painting, and the calculator. Don't forget about the internet as well. This thing is literally one-shotting user interfaces like it's nothing, guys. Gemini 3 looks like it's going to be totally absurd. Definitely better than any LLM we've seen prior for coding. These are very steep use cases, and like I said, it's one-shotting them. The complexity here is on a whole nother level. Not only does it have to write all of the code, make sure everything is placed and working properly, but it has to have all of these apps that actually open and operate that have pre-built examples. And it has to design and create all of these icons according to that OG iOS 6 style. How long would it take a proficient coder to create something like this? And especially make it work on its first try. Now, as exciting as Gemini 3 is, I don't think we're gonna see it this month. Yes, it already looks very capable, but I've got a feeling that Google's gonna hold on to this one and kind of wait towards the end of the year to release this. However, they did update and upgrade their VEO 3 model to VEO 3.1. The DeepMind tweet says here that it's getting a major upgrade. I wouldn't consider it major. The model is definitely better, but Sora 2 still reigns supreme for me. I'll show you a couple of quick comparisons, but the real meat and potatoes of this upgraded VEO come in the form of a few extra tools they've attached onto the model. They do claim better textures, realism, and audio. Here are a couple of samples from Google themselves.
The city always got a story. Just gotta listen.
Ingredients to video has been added to the Flow website, so now you can do up to 3 references for one video, which is pretty awesome. Still though, the human reference in Sora 2, like I said, I think is unbeatable right now. Definitely some unique ideas and combinations to make though with this. They've also added an extension feature so you can extend your generations to make them far more long, and it looks like it does a pretty good job at maintaining coherence over time as well, but will it do this in every circumstance? Not so sure. They also added first and last frames. This is a pretty good example. We've got the barn and then the cowboy on the horse, and you can see it goes through the barn to reveal him on the horse. This is probably the feature I think everyone was most excited for because it allows the most controllability possible with VEO. In direct comparisons between VEO 3.1 and OpenAI's Sora 2, again, it's my opinion that Sora 2 kind of just crushes it in most scenarios. I could see first first last frames being useful, even ingredients in certain scenarios, but for the cost of using VEO 3.1 versus the cost of using Sora 2, man, Sora 2 is astoundingly good. This comparison comes from Sean Ralston. This is the VEO 3.1 generation.
Every ride in San Francisco reminds me why I love this city. The hills, the ocean, the energy. Working with developers feels the same. It's the perfect ride.
Not bad, 8 seconds, very clear speaking, consistent movement. He's clearly on that Golden Gate Bridge. But Sora, oh man.
Every ride in San Francisco reminds me why I love this city. The hills, the ocean, the energy. Working with developers feels the same. Constant motion and incredible views ahead. It's the perfect ride.
It feels so much more real. Is it as cinematic and smooth? No, but the audio sounds more real. You could always prompt for better audio. I think the movements of the mouth, the way he's speaking, is much more convincing, and its ability to change shots like this and kind of keep the conversation going, it just makes a more realistic and fully formed video right out of the gate. Here is Matt Schumer running another comparison of VEO 3.1 versus Sora 2. Again, it is no contest here, in my opinion. Here is VEO 3.1.
That's a point right there. Too fast for you, man.
Kind of all jump at once.
Nice one.
Very slow motion-esque. The audio doesn't exactly match the movements, which also happens with Sora 2, don't get me wrong. But this prompt is not that difficult for Sora 2, where it kind of seems to stretch VEO 3.1 a little bit farther.
Mine! Got it! Up!
Cover middle. Outside.
I'm on it!
I mean, that looks real.
Ah, close! Nice swing! Point! Good job, y'all!
Even when the point gets caught, like, you can see the ball lands on the grass, that's a point for their side, and then they start to celebrate. The understanding at a deeper level is totally there with Sora 2, as well as the realism. The way sand gets kicked up, the way people hop and try to reach for the ball and smack it. Is it perfect? No, of course not. But in my opinion, the intelligence and understanding here is leagues above. Here's a gymnast doing a flip on a balance beam, VEO 3.1. Not a bad gen. Pretty coherent anatomy. She doesn't really do a real flip, though. Slow motion. Sora 2? The autonomy is insane. High-speed flips that actually keep the body relatively coherent. You can see there's a little bit of weirdness here, but it's just absolutely on another level. Now, I did give VEO 3.1 a quick try. These are made with ingredients to video. VEO 3.1 on fast mode. Quality actually doesn't support ingredients to video, at least in my testing, but it seems to support frames to video. Regardless, for this example, I had 3 ingredients: myself, a bottle of old-timey liquor, and a Western setting. Basically, put myself drinking this drink in this Western town. Simple scene, character, object. And this is not a bad model, guys. It does a great job. Sipping that. It definitely kind of looks like me. Here's another one. The bottle is accurate. My face is pretty good. Really chugging it there. There are interesting things, though, like I don't take the cork off, I just sip straight out of the bottle. Looks like me. I actually ran out of credits to do more generations, and I'm not going to pay for them, because, like I said, to be honest, I prefer Sora 2 right now. But if you need a little bit of extra controllability with those ingredients, adding objects, for example, this could be your best bet. But just like raw character consistency, Sora is so unbeatable. Here is the same sort of generation, just me in a Western town drinking a drink, except it's made with Sora.
Ah, nothing like a cold drink under the desert sun.
Just crazy. I would probably be singing a different tune if VEO 3.1 was more affordable. If you're looking at the different AI plans, though, you could get the Pro one, which seems to be discounted at $10 for 2 months, but that's only giving you 1,000 monthly AI credits. On Flow, that's 10 3.1 generations, so not really enough to do any real creative work. You could also pay $250 a month for AI Ultra, which gives you way more monthly credits. That's about 250 gens in Flow, but $250? Man, that's expensive. Meanwhile, OpenAI is taking losses right now, letting people generate for free on the Sora app. And speaking of Sora, let's dive into the new Sora 2 updates. Of course, OpenAI, petty as ever, immediately after Google releases 3.1, they drop some updates for Sora 2. First big piece of news is that Sora 2 now has 25-second generations for Pro users only. It's available in their new Storyboard Mode, which we'll take a close look at. It also looks like free users are now getting access to 15-second long generations, which is super exciting. I'll show you guys the little video they made using Sora 2 talking about the updates. By the way, this guy is Bill Peebles, who you can cameo on the Sora app.
Today, we're launching storyboards for Sora 2. They let you sketch out your video second by second, frame by frame. In fact, this video was made using storyboards. We're also announcing longer videos. All users can now generate up to 15 seconds, and pro users can generate up to 25. We can't wait to see what you generate.
By the way, if you guys don't have a code yet to get access to the Sora 2 app/website, I've got a code sharing thread in my Discord server that's linked down below, but you can also check out the OpenAI Discord server. That also has code sharing and is a little bit more reliable because there's just more users. By the way, guys, I'm over 1,000 followers here on the Sora app, and I thank you all for following me. I've been posting a ton on this app, just having fun, messing around, just using Sora 2 to conjure things straight from my imagination. My Cameo is also public, so use it respectfully, but anyone can generate videos of me right now. Here is my first generation I made with the storyboard feature that allows 25-second gens. This was the first one that I could post, by the way. I made a bunch of other gens before this where the model kind of struggled, and we'll talk about the best ways to actually prompt using Storyboard. I imagine that once this feature is out of beta, free users will also get access, but yeah, check this out.
There, this incline is no joke. Look at that drop behind me. Wow, totally worth the burn. There's some kind of light coming from here. I'm gonna check it out. It's tight in here. These markings, they're glowing. What is this place?
Seeker of the Heights, you have reached the threshold.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Be still. Receive.
Whoa, I feel lighter. Thank you. Almost there. This incline.
It's pretty fun. I'm climbing a mountain in search of an oracle, and in the original prompt, I was trying to cure my brain rot. I like to put a comedic twist on some of these generations sometimes. It didn't mention the brain rot part, but it showed me, climbing this mountain, fully dressed in this clothing, and then I find this little tunnel. There's some glowing blue lights, some runes on the side of the wall, and the oracle is in there, and he's using his powers to, cleanse me or whatever. Here we are in my drafts. I'll show you some of the earlier Sora 2 Pro Storyboard Mode generations. These prompts are a little bit more complicated, and pretty much broke Sora 2. These first couple of ones are supposed to be me visiting a Rube Goldberg theme park.
All right, let's see how this works. Oh,
it's
that's
trying
so
to
cool.
it's trying to include everything I wanted, but
Wait, whoa! That is a lot of soda. Careful, whoa, almost
it
got
all
my
gets
foot.
mashed.
Roller coaster time. Duck, this place is alive.
You can see which elements were originally in my prompt that it's trying to include, but the idea of Rube Goldberg with these physics-based crazy inventions, lots of detail, it melts into AI madness.
That is so smooth.
There's the roller coaster.
Is that a hot dog? Okay, that was way too close. Ha! That almost got my shoe. Coaster overhead? Got it.
Basically, my point is that it's super easy to overwhelm Sora 2 with a very thick prompt, especially in story mode with these longer gens.
Man, the smell out here is incredible. It's like the whole place is soaked in lemonade. These trees go on forever. Huh? What is that? Looks like a hole. Whoa, hey! Whoa! I'm falling! This is insane! Everything's lemons! Ah! Ow, okay. I'm okay. No way. This place is unreal. It's like another planet made out of lemons.
Doesn't really look exactly like me, and I really wanted to get sucked into that rabbit hole like a cartoon. I'm going to show off the storyboard that made these couple of videos right here. These are ads for a backpack that cooks spaghetti for you.
Waiting for the bus? Might as well simmer dinner. Yeah, it's cooking back here. Meet Pasta Pack, the backpack that slow cooks real spaghetti while you move. And it's ready by lunch.
Are you serious? That smells amazing.
Wherever you are, office, trail, or sidewalk cafe,
Cook,
Pasta
carry,
Pack serves
crave.
up a hot bowl in minutes. That's legit. Stainless pot, spill-proof lid, rechargeable heater, and built-in twirl tongs. Cook, carry, crave. Set the temp.
The longer gens definitely give you more content, but the 25 seconds feels like it's pushing Sora a little bit towards its limits. I do believe this model was trained heavily on short style data, like from TikTok or something. It's a little bit fast paced. It likes to get a move on with the video. So sometimes 25-second gens feel a little bit drawn out in a weird way. Not like it took too long to watch, but the video itself feels more designed for 10 or 15 seconds. Like I said, though,
Commuting?
these pasta ones are good.
Same thing now.
Is that spaghetti?
You bet your meatballs it is.
Smells amazing.
Meet Pasta Pack, the backpack that actually cooks spaghetti while you live your life. Because the world won't wait for water to boil. Built-in pot, digital heat control, and enough room for sauce, utensils, even Parmesan. Just load, lock, and let it simmer. Perfectly al dente. Cook, carry, crave wherever.
Let's check this last one.
You smell that? That's lunch. In my backpack, meet the Pasta Pack. It literally cooks spaghetti while I commute. Is that simmering? Oh, it's simmering. Break room hero mode activated.
You've got hot spaghetti in a backpack?
Yeah, want some? Road test
It
approved.
does. It's a little
Hiking
screwed
approved.
up, but-
Taste buds approved. It cooks.
Here is Storyboard Mode itself. Takes you to a little bit of a different UI. As I mentioned earlier, this is for Pro users only right now. Is it worth upgrading to Pro? Not really, unless you're a massive Sora 2 fan. In this mode, you can actually use the prompt bar down here to let ChatGPT auto-generate storyboard scenes for you. That's actually the case with this one. It's fully AI generated. Sometimes, though, I've noticed it's kind of finicky and doesn't work. It'll make only one scene, or it'll make too many scenes. And if you at someone, like use their cameo in the video, it will work in the final generation, but these prompts won't actually have the at symbol in them, which is kind of strange. Down here, you'll see there's a couple of settings. Obviously, a model selection for either Sora 2 or Sora 2 Pro, landscape or portrait, and then finally, your time. They've got an automatic button here to try to fit scenes to the duration that you select. So if you make a couple of scenes, you can click this button. But yeah, you can go all the way up to 25 seconds with Pro, and you obviously have 15 and 10 seconds. You can see for that backpack commercial, there's obviously a lot of scenes. It's very fast-paced, many cuts, but that is because it is an ad trying to demonstrate a product very quickly. You can see most of these scenes don't last more than like 2 seconds. Person stands at the bus stop wearing the backpack, it vents out steam, has a digital display. That definitely came out well. In the subway train, all of those also seemed pretty awesome. I like when it's like spewing steam and spaghetti smell right into the subway with everybody. That close-up shot for 1 second only showing up the cooked spaghetti definitely nails that almost every time. The office break, it also nails. Sometimes it will extend these scenes though. Like you'll notice it says 1 second, 1.67 seconds. It tries to adhere to that, but it really doesn't always. If you were expecting that to be exact, you'd be sorely disappointed because it definitely takes more creative liberty and freedom compared to exactly adhering to things. The hiking trail, again, did a great job with that. Urban sidewalk, studio shot, these all end up making it in. And even in some of them, you can see the kitchen vlog set make it in, as well as that final scene where it's supposed to show the backpack with the price and everything else. You'll notice that that last scene, for example, is not almost 10 seconds long. It's usually a lot shorter because these other scenes end up going over the length that ChatGPT is suggesting for those. You can also make real-time updates to your script as well as upload reference photos. Change the person to, we'll go with Mark Cuban, sure. You can see we submit these edits, now it's going to draft the storyboard, and it kind of takes a long time, not going to lie. It's definitely using, obviously, some GPT model under the hood, but it could take a little bit. Oh, maybe they actually fixed that because now it is actually adding Mark Cuban inside of each prompt. Let's send this one on through. And yeah, it will keep your whole storyboard up. You can always delete certain scenes. Oh, we've got another pasta backpack generation.
Ever wish your backpack could make dinner while you commute? Meet Pasta Pack, the only bag that boils, simmers, and serves spaghetti while you live your life. Commuting? It's cooking. Office lunch? It's ready. Hiking? It fuels you all the way to the peak. And yes, you can eat it on the go. With a built-in stainless pot, digital controls, and a vented steam chimney. Pasta Pack turns anywhere into an Italian kitchen. Al dente. Approved. May cause sudden friendships, delicious smells, and Ever wish your back...
Of course, you can also manually storyboard everything. Let's do something pretty simple with 4 scenes. If you do get access to Storyboard, I really think you should start simple because, like I said, Sora 2 is easily overwhelmed with hyper-complex prompts. Let's try fitting these scenes to duration. Oh, there we go, and as an added bonus, it actually enhanced our prompts. We'll do landscape again with base Sora 2, and now we're going to do the same for Sora 2 Pro. Oh, only 3 videos at a time. Okay, now it's angry. I used to be able to do 5 videos at a time. Another thing you can do is take any video and reverse it back into a storyboard. So let's try it with this one from my drafts. Three dots, open in Storyboard, and it will draft a brand new storyboard based off your video. You can see in this case, again, it did a 1 10-second video instead of splitting it into multiple scenes. But a video that already has a storyboard, there you can see, does way more scenes. What if we tried this one? This is a short gen, but it has a lot of cuts in it. Open in Storyboard. Oh yeah, it will still do a ton of separate scenes. Let's change the duration to 25 seconds. Fit scenes to duration. Let's just see how it comes out. Now, when you can see it is prompting here a close-up of a man speaking to a camera. Yeah, it doesn't really capture the original content or idea, but we'll just edit it. We'll say, make the man Sama, and there it goes. All right, our dial generation is coming through, very simplistic. Okay, it's just the dial. It's not showing anything else. Maybe I should have been a little bit more specific. Yeah, just the dial. I mean, that kind of makes sense, though, because I didn't really prompt for anything else. You can see, oh, it did a little effect changing to snow. Oh, Mark Cuban's got the spaghetti backpack on.
Ever wish your backpack could cook dinner? Meet the spaghetti pack. It boils while you wait for the bus. On the train, no problem. It simmers right on your back. Real spaghetti, real sauce, no takeout required. Hot lunch in the break room, straight from the bag. On the trail, it keeps the carbs coming so you can keep going. And yeah, you can eat while you walk. I do. Cook, carry, crave.
Like
That's the idea.
Here.
Temperature control, perfect noodles, anytime, anywhere.
It's definitely a beta feature. Like if I took the basic idea of this prompt and just plopped it right into good old Sora 2, it might actually show the controlling of the seasons themselves rather than just the dial up front. It's interesting because it's kind of tough to tell how Storyboard really works. I don't know if Sora 2 under the hood is doing the whole 25-second generation or if it's splitting it into like a 10-second and then a 25-second generation. It seems to be able to ignore the scenes and how long they will take. And obviously it tries its best, but there's definitely a little bit of wishy-washiness to this. It's not this precise precision tool, and yeah, it's in beta, so that makes sense. Here are a couple other gens I tried with Storyboard. This is supposed to be Ricky breaking the world record for skiing.
Record day, baby. Let's do this. Here we go.
Didn't really listen to my prompt, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, world record.
This is supposed to be 4 different scenes.
256.9.
This is supposed to be me and Sama in an epic sword fight. This is hilariously bad. It morphed us into the one person. Yeah. Not really that great. See, plain old Sora 2 prompt.
One twist, and the whole year comes back around.
A little bit better at adjusting the seasons on the fly and showing the dial at the same time. Still not perfect. By and large, AI is still moving at breakneck pace. I think we definitely can expect a VEO 4 drop from Google early next year that totally competes with Sora 2. And as we checked out today, we've already seen updates to both VEO and Sora 2. Not only that, but Gemini 3 is around the corner, and there's a ton of stuff I didn't even talk about in this video. So tomorrow, be on the lookout for a more broad AI news roundup that talks about some of the other stuff happening in the space as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video was useful for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.